This episode of Osprey 101 is sponsored by Housing and Residence Life.
Hi, I'm Marissa. I'm an RA here in Osprey Hall. Come check out my room. So because I'm an RA, I'm the only one who lives in here, so the room is typically set up a little differently. But over here is my kitchen area. I have my fridge, my microwave, my coffee maker, which is the most important thing in here. And then again, because it's just me in this room, I have room to like set up a little TV area. So that's this. I keep my mugs here, and then like dishes, all that kind of stuff. Over here is the little couch, which is just the extra bed. And then this is my bed. My bookcase, I keep all my books right there. In the middle of the room I have my puzzle table, which is my favorite thing to do, watch TV and do puzzles. And then in a typical hall dorm, there's 2 beds and then 2 desks and 2 wardrobes. But since it's just me, I have just the 1 desk and 1 wardrobe. So this is where I keep like all of my schoolwork and makeup, and then the wardrobe. So Osprey Hall has 3 floors and it's divided between the boys' side and the girls' side. Each hallway per floor has 2 bathrooms. So girls' side has 2 bathrooms, boys' side has 2 bathrooms. This is an example of one of ours. So you walk in, and to the right, there's 4 sinks right here. Again, it's the same in every hallway. There's 2 bathrooms and they look the same. And then we have our 3 shower stalls over here. There's a bench, and then the actual shower's right there. On the first floor, there's a handicap stall, or a handicap shower as well. And then on the other side are the 3 toilet stalls. So this is our laundry room. It's only on the first floor. We have washers are kind of more in the middle, and then the dryers are on the side. There's also an ice maker in the laundry room as well. So to key into hall, to get to your room, you have to swipe your card 4 times. The first is on the door from the outside, coming just into this lobby area. Then you have to scan your key card to go up the staircase, or once you get in the elevator, there's a key card scanner as well. Once you get up to your floor, to get into just your hallway, you scan your key card 1 more time, and then finally you walk into your hallway, and that's where you can key into your door.
The first thing that a student wants to do if they plan to live on campus for next year is to complete their academic year housing contract. What's really important that a student do during that process is look through it, because it's really like a lease agreement. So that contract's going to outline rules, regulations, financial obligations, and a little bit about what our processes are going to look like. So the biggest takeaway for any student, first year and upperclassmen, is make sure you're watching your UNF email. That's where we're going to send all the room selection information. The way we do room selection here at UNF is that you choose your specific room. Also included in all of those communications is going to be, how do I pick my roommate? How do I pull somebody in? How do I create roommate groups? And so you want to pay attention to that. And the last piece will be your time ticket. That's specifically, when are you as a human going to go in and choose that room? And it may be different for you than it is for your preferred roommate or other friends. So make sure you're watching all of those emails. I think one of the first things you need to do is figure out what are your boundaries as a roommate. And for a lot of students, they may or may not have maybe lived with a sibling or with other people. So one of the first things I would suggest is, even before you get to campus, think about what's going to be important in that relationship and what are your boundaries. So some of the things to think about are, how clean or messy are you? What time of day do you like to go to sleep? What time of day do you like to get up? What level of noise do you have? In regards to rules and regulations, we have something called the Resident Handbook. So overall, for all UNF students, we have the Code of Student Conduct, and that's all university students have to follow those regulations. In addition, we have our Resident Handbook, and that is what guides the policies and procedures for students who live on campus. And so typically you're going to see some things repeated from the Code of Conduct, and then some things that are really specific to living in a residence hall with people. So a lot of our rules and regulations for things to bring are going to be associated with fire safety. You're in a communal space, we want to make sure that you're making choices and bringing things that make sense. So as an incoming first year student, Some of the options for how you can get involved, like I mentioned, you've got the living learning communities, which is a chance to live together with people in the same major, the same interest area. Those applications, there is an application deadline and it's early June this year, so you want to make sure that you're applying by that deadline. But you can apply to up to 3, you can preference up to 3, and the faculty and staff review those. Those LLCs are going to have an earlier move-in experience. You get to come to campus 2 to 3 days before everybody else. There's a higher concentration of doubles, and part of what you can experience during that retreat will be things like going to Eco Adventure and kind of getting the inside scoop before other students on what campus is all about. You also can get involved in hall council or area council, which is kind of like a student council for the residence halls. And then as you're here on campus, if you become an upperclassman, eventually you can think about if you want to be an RA or an LCA, so resident assistant or learning community assistant.